What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. Dice Rally board map number 2 has been completed with the same stipulations of maintaining darks at the time this video gets recorded. And one of those games, to be specific, there is a stipulation for vampires, which is beyond bad. So for that game to be specific, I opted to switch to White Forest Allure Queen, and you'll see the reasons why as we go along with the deck. Also, the deck list is back to normal. If you guys noticed, there's no letter L because that matchup is for the sake of gift exchange. With that being said, let us start the show for round 2 of Dice Rally. So starting off at an empty space, opponent must land on the normal space and ended up with Renge, Gatekeeper of Dark World. Level 4, Dark Fiend, 100 attack, 2100 defense. Fire King Island, kill off the OG Garunix at the retrained Garunix. Sacred Garunix, special. Kill off Arvada. Arvada, reborn OG Garunix. Millennium Engine. And yet, Exodia Fusion does not count because fusions are at ringside, aka banned. Millennium Shield, the retrain. Moon of the Closed Heaven? Fiendsmith's Requiem, and yet no Fiendsmith fusions. I'm gonna have to check this deck list after. Fiendsmith lines. IP. The same moon and pass. Top decks in Permon IP. Simplified game state. Oh no. Ghost, real normal, send to Grace. Ashing the Ghost, real normal, being Gozuki. Now simplified. Oh, hello? Is that not how it works the first time around, all from Sucker? Let me see. If a zombie monsters is special from either graveyard. I thought it was just from legit anywhere. Yeah, never mind, because I was about to get ready to say Sucker is too busted for that draw one to happen like that. But yeah, that's not what I thought it was. In this position of Zombie Master, it's between Shiranui Solitaire, Zombie Master, or Vampire Fedal line. Realistically, Zombie Master should do because Zombie Master is going to extend into Shiranui Solitaire, and keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, old cards such as Zombie Master is not a hard once per turn. Simplified state. Skeletal, Banished Moon, and then Millennium Fire King Fiendsmith Scoops. Again, I'm going to have to check out this deck list because I find it a tad bit weird that without fusions, it wouldn't have been impossible. So let's see what's up. Fabled Lurie, Snake Eye Ash. So Snake Eye, Fire King, Fiendsmith, Millennium, all 4 engines in one deck. Fabled Lurie, Snake Eye Ash, Fire King Ponix, Snake Eyes Poplar, 3 Ash, Fire King Arvada, 3 Okanix, 1 Lacrima Chick, 1 Retrained Millennium Shield, Golem that guards the Millennium Treasures, just the one of it because Master Duel has it at 1, 2 Engraver, Fire King High Avatar Garunix, the OG, Snake Eyes Flameburst Dragon, 1 Sacred Garunix, Fire King High Avatar Kirin at 1 for this event, Snake Eyes Diabell Star, Sengenjin Wakes from a Millennium. If I recall, this is specifically for the event, it's at 1. 2 Nibiru, and then the 1 Lone Trap of Imperm, spell lineup, Feather Duster, Card Destruction, Heavy Storm, 1-for-1, Talent, Sinful Spoils of Subversion, Bonfire, OSS, Fiendsmith Strat, Fire King Island, Divine Temple, Wedju Temple, Royal Rare Fire King Sanctuary, Wanted, Fiendsmith Saint. And based on the number of 1-ups out of the 40, (31-ups). The multiple copies are the 3 Okanix, 3 Ash, 2 Engraver, 2 Nib. 31-ups in terms of Snake Eye, Fire King, Millennium Fiendsmith. Extra that consists of Evil Czar Lars. If you're wondering about the level 6s, that'll be the Golem and the 2 Engraver. Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. If you're wondering about the level 8s, that'll be Sengenjin, Snake Eye Diabell Star, the 2 Garunixes, High Avatar Kirin, and Flameburst Dragon. Garunix Eternity, Typhon. For the links, Relinquished Anima. If you're wondering about the level 1s, that will be Poplar, Ponix, Ash, Snake Eye Ash, and Fabled Lurie. Fiendsmith's Requiem, Sunlight Wolf, Hida, IP Masquerena, Moon of the Closed Heaven, Nightmare Unicorn, Promethean Princess, Mech Knight Crusadia Avramax, Amphibious Swarmship Ambler Whale, and Ally Code Talker Adagnister. When it comes to Cybursts that are 2300 attack outside of Ally Code, just the guy itself. So let's see. Should be 1 link monster that this card points to in terms of activating a card or effect. So it's Invoke Macabre on steroids. Makes sense. So notable cards in terms of SR or UR, Gloss Out or Royals. Glossed Out Sengenjin, Glossed Out Duster, Glossed Out 1-for-1, also got the card too. Royal Fire King Sanctuary, Glossed Out Mech Knight Crusadia Avramax, Interesting hot take on that 31 ofs of a 4-engine deck. Now, in this stipulation of this duel, life points will be starting at half. For which, by the way, that is beyond bad for my vampires and or evil eyes. To circumvent the stipulation, I opted to switch into White Forest Allure Queen with the spice. Souls, send Illusion of Chaos, summon the card itself, send a Duster because you got nothing, dance for Palace, a 1, a 2, and a 3. Give my opponent a Queen, dance, Soul Charge, the grown-up Queens, IP, get the lower level Queen out, working with the White Forest transition now because I got LZ on board that enables Rusia free special. And simplify game state. Queen 3 hookup. For Sylvie, we need more targets. And 3 set. Gadget Trio, Imperm. Shining Sark. Azimina Apes, Resolve without effect. Dark Magician, Shining Sark. IP, link into lineup because IP is way too low. Dark Magician over Diabell. Rusia. Save. The Ursula back to extra. LZ to hand. There's the top deck Wizard Buster. A 1. More Marshmallow. During your opponent's turn, if you control Shining Sark, which you do, free special. And then, while you control Shining Sark, which you do, this card cannot be killed by battle. Also, your opponent's monsters cannot target monsters for attacks, except this one. To get around that thing, pure spouter damage is the way to go. Sylvie, return Diabell, summon Sylvie. The return of Downer Magician, just for the sake of pure spouter damage if she were to swing at a defense monster. Effect Veiler. Psych, pure spouter damage still lives on through Drill Driver. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, if for whatever the reason your first pure spouter damage gets stopped, you always have a second one to back yourself up. Now, for this particular version of White Forest Allure Queen, in the same stipulation of sorts, it's still normal or special or dark. Special something that has 2500 or more attack, and then trigger a continuous spell, for which, by the way, we all did this. Magician Souls, 2 of them, along with Illusion of Chaos and Chaos Space. If you're wondering on the Chaos Space, send 1 light or dark from hand or graveyard to add 1 light or dark that cannot be normal, summon, or set from deck to hand with a level range from 4 to 8 and with a different attribute than that monster. What that means is, because I run Illusion of Chaos, in order for you to fetch it out off from Chaos Space, you send the Chaos Queen, who is a light, just to fetch Illusion of Chaos, and Illusion of Chaos fetch Magician Souls, and you're able to keep on extending so much in terms of consistency, which is extremely amazing. For Allure Queens, 3 level 3, 1 level 5, 1 level 7, 3 Chaos Queens, 2 Palace, 3 Dance, and as for White Forest, 2 OG LZ, 1 LZ Azamina, 3 Sylvie, 2 Rusia, 1 Susurus, Woes, Azamina Apes, and then Non-Engine, Wizard Buster, special summonable all from the Allure Palace, courtesy of the Equipped Queens custom card. And then Feather Duster, Talents, as I already mentioned, Chaos Space for the Mini Magician Engine, 2 Forbidden Chalice, Blizzard, and then Hand Traps, 2 Ash, 1 Bell, 3 Imperm, and as I said, Talent. Extra that consists of the 3 White Forest names of Silvera, Ursula, and Diabelle, Chaos Angel, Dino Magician, and Drill Driver. These were originally supposed to be Zapper Shrimp, as well as I believe it was supposed to be Coral Dragon as well. But I figured, in case if I was to go against something that can't be killed by battle, I'd rather have my Pierce Battle Damage cards good to go, just in case. And in the Zeus, let's be real about this, good card. For the links, IP, Lina, Dark, 2 Golden Queen, Boral Sword, Avramax, and Goddess. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your half life points stipulation challenge. Resuming with vampires. Now, the next 2 cards. In this matchup, I happen to land on the SR Space, and this card from out of nowhere is just wow. Invader of Darkness. Level 8 Dark Fiend, 2900 attack, 2500 defense. Your opponent cannot activate quick play spells. Imagine going up against a Runic deck out deck. It literally cannot be me. And then Amphibious Bugroth, MK11, level 5 Water Machine, 1850 attack, 1500 defense. While Umi is not on board, this card gains 700 attack. Also, it cannot attack directly. So basically, this card will start off at 2550. While Umi exists, you can target one face-up non-water monster anywhere on the field, kill it. Hard once, on the spot removal. Real normal Ghost, send Familiar. Getting Sorcerer, toss our Retainer. Retainer. I believe the send was Ghost. Spill Blood for Domination. Familiar, send Ghost. Reborn. Spill Blood for Ghost for follow-up because apparently We Hard Open Fraulein, Scarlet Scourge in hand. And one set. Foolish, Psychic Rover, 4, Reborn, 3, Spell card, Soul Exchange, so tribute summon related. Normal spell. Okay, I thought it was a quick play, which you couldn't anyway. Tribute 2 for Regenesis Archfiend, and oh boy. Oh, hello? Hold on. None of the effects of Psychic Rover are not a hard once per turn? That's crazy work. One, so no Reborn. Archfiend for Lord. Cool. Lord straight up set the code, which you can't do as long as Invader of Darkness exists. For our line, now you can get your quick plays going. Set 1, Ghost. Spill Blood for Ghost, Sand Sorcerer, getting Void Void, Toss out Retainer, and pass. Regenesis Code, Special Archfiend, getting Birth, Zombie World, Ghastly Glitch, in Regenesis now. If you control a fiend, target one card anywhere on the field, kill it, and Foolish a fiend. So let's see. Regenesis Archfiend being the fiend makes sense. And as for everybody else, okay, so it's just Archfiend in order for the trap card to work. Wow. Foolishing Dark Spirit of Banishment. Level 3 Dark Fiend, 1600 attack, no defense. If your opponent's monster attacks at the start of the damage step, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, then target one level 8 Fiend monster in your graveyard. Special it, but effects are negated, and if you do, change the attack target to it and perform damage count. If a level 8 Fiend monsters, more than one, is sent to your graveyard while this card is in your graveyard outside of the damage step, you can add this to your hand. Each effect of Dark Spirit of Banishment once per turn. Should be the 2 for Void Void. Void Void's secret effect. Upon normal summon, you can target up to 2 monsters in your opponent's graveyard, special them both in defense to your field, but their effects are negated. Wow. Psychic Rover, Dark Spirit, Zombie Vampire, if I recall, no restrictions on my end. So it's either Familiar, Fraulein, or the other card, Dark Spirit of Malice. Level 3 Dark Fiend, 1600 attack, no defense. Same stats as the other Dark Spirit. So most cases about Dark Spirit of Malice, when your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, send this from hand or field to the grave, target one level 8 Fiend in your graveyard, special it, but its effects are negated. Okay, so both Banishment and Malice has the exact same effect, but the difference is Malice only reborns it, while the Banishment, on the other hand, it's change the attack target to it and perform damage calculation. If a level 8 Fiend monsters, more than one, is sent to your graveyard, while this card is in your graveyard outside of the damage step, you can add this to your hand. Okay, so Malice and Banishment share the exact same effect of those two. And then each effect of Dark Spirit and Malice once per turn. And I opted to go with Familiar for the extra searches. Adding Feral Line, Fascinator, Reborn, Dark Spirit Malice, Tribute, take Lord, Pierce Spider damage, and that is OTK. And last but not least, apparently I happened to land on a UR space, and holy Christ, what a card. Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, in all the 3 years of Master Duel career, not a single time Vanity's Ruler has added to my collection now. Level 8 Light Fairy, 2500 attack, 1600 defense. Can't be special simple. Your opponent cannot special summon monsters. Simplified game state. DD Crow hitting Familiar. Well, that stinks. Also, lost out DD Crow. I have the card too. If you got DD Crow again, okay, no DD Crow this time. Effect Veiler. Tribute Shadow Vampire, and before people be thinking that this is game over, no, it's not, because the context is all from Shadow Vampire. Somewhere in the side effect states, monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of this turn except that special summon monster. In other words, it is not OTK, and opponents should have not scooped in the first place. But at the same time, Vanity's Ruler is a card, so that's extremely problematic for opponents. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is round 2 of the board maps of Dice Rally. A big shout out to White Forest Allure Queen taking on in the half life point stipulation. But as for everything else, in terms of the commissions for vampires, same with White Forest Allure Queen, thank you to those decks from round 2. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell so you can keep on constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys throughout the progression of Dice Rally.